time coming. John Roberts has had a bit of time to stew. He's in front of Andrew Brown. Then it's Van Loozenord, Blake Hood, Hickman, Lamy, Cohen, Gore, Kaiser, Palmer is the top 10 as the refs rise here. The green light is on. Decent start from Roberts, but yes, he has got a decent start. Slightly bogging down at the end of his first gear, but he's still leading down towards turn 1. Van Loozenord's having a little look as well, as is Andrew Brown. Brown's raced in this series at Spa. Didn't go too well for him, but now Van Loozenord is side by side with Brown. Roberts still leading them. One of the leading AM drivers. I can hear some contact right at the back. Who's that involved, Adam? Do you know?
I don't know. There's a Pete Newman car involved. There was taking
a new
off.
home digital car there as well, just running wide through turn 1 as well, but doesn't look like anything major, just a little bit of bumping going into that turn 1.
Stephen Burke and Pete Newman involved, so not a good start for the Pete Newman media cars as we head down towards the left hand at the end of the straight. Andrew Brown side by side with Loozenord. Loozenord down the inside, he might have missed his braking point, nearly goes into the back of John Roberts. He's up into second, and side by side actually Blake Hood and Andrew Brown as well. Down the inside goes Blake Hood, Brown hanging it around the outside, and in the background as well, two side-by-side cars there, Braden Cohen and Dustin Hickman. They sort each other out, and Juha Pekalami trying to get involved in the act as well. They're all going off there through the right-hander, down towards this 90-degree left-hander, and into the carousel section of the racetrack. Everyone's starting to sort each other out, still side-by-side between Pekalami and Hickman though.
Yeah, Hickman, we saw him in that second race at Spa-Francorchamps doing an exceptionally good job as well in that Deutsche Post car. He's around the outside of Kaiser in the carousel. Kaiser's got the momentum towards the king. Off goes Kaiser. That's a big crash for the Dutchman, and that's going to collect a couple of others surely now.
Oh my word, Jamie Rushworth involved, other cars involved. The track is going to be blocked. Surely a safety car has to be thrown. Everyone works their way through. The safety car has been deployed.
And that's one of the GripTV cars.
Flying
over the fence, and Janowski as well.
It's not a good wreck for new technology or whatever it's called.
New Digital intended to do this new update goes off the track a little bit. Alex, the safety car driver's been drinking a bit too much whiskey, I think.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times. I'm just about caught. Richard Gore was the driver that sort of got caught up in it first, couldn't avoid Kaiser, and then everybody else just with him there. Who else?
Where somebody as somebody brilliantly put on the chat, Kia stands for killed in action, and I think that was what a few of the drivers. That's what happened to them, isn't it?
The Killed in Action touring car series.
That's about appropriate, Adam, I think.
Oh, dude, he just had he just turned right there, didn't he?
It's just no power steering there.
It's just like the Interlagos one.
That's what it is. Yeah, I can't even drive straight on a straight. But there you go, that's the new safety car for you. Martin Van Loozenord leading from John Roberts. Andrew Brown in 3rd, Ashley Blake Hood 4th, Braden Cohen 5th, then Juha Pekalami in 6th, Dustin Hickman 7th, then Simon Field, Ben Palmer, Lee Thompson up from 17th already, so that's good for him. Rob Fagg up from 20th to 11th, Katz up from 22nd to 12th, then Rob Plumley 13th, Svidovic made up 10 places to 14th, and Alfala's made up 10 places, Dracot's made up 11 places. Then Baker 17th, Hunt 18th, Zuzov 19th, and Johansson in 20th. So we're about to restart here at Road America on iRacing Live on Apex Racing TV's YouTube channel. Martin Van Loozenord's going to hit it at any moment.
Back in the field up, he doesn't want to do a Russell Laidler on it from Monza.
Or Jim Flanagan at Donington, which was the most hilarious thing ever.
Oh, everybody's getting backed up. Look at them all checking up there.
Van Loozenord, though, doing a sensible job here.
Still not green.
Starting
now
when he wants to. He hits the throttle hard. He's got a slight gap over Roberts now. It's going to be key for him. Can extend that gap sufficiently before we go down the straight towards turn 3. Look at Ben Palmer. He's fanning out just behind. Look at that gaggle in the middle. You see that, Alex? 2, 3, 4 wide. Oh, and off goes Rushworth. Leads from Roberts, then Brown, then Blake Hood. Braden Cohen up in 5th for GripTV, then Juha Pekalami, Dustin Hickman, Simon Field, Ben Palmer, and Lee Thompson. Simon Field up to 8th place from 11th on the grid. He'll be looking for yet another win. He's been barnstorming in the second half of the season.
Everyone just taking their time to get settled side by side with Philip Johansson and Robert Graham. This is the battle for 19th and 20th. Oh, car off, and that is the end for, as I scroll through, Philip Johansson.
And there's a crash there.
And they're all going to turn the car around, I think.
Oh,
more
They
contact.
hit each other afterwards as well.
Bagging Alfala, jeez.
Savidovic
Still
side
hitting
by
each
side.
other. Reversing into each other now. And we've got
Savidovic
more
and
cars off.
Thompson side by side down the straight.
Over the top of the hill.
Brown and Cohen.
Two great battles then
teammates.
going on for podium positions. Down into turn one. Blake Hood looks to the inside of Roberts. Roberts doesn't put it too much into defence. Down the inside goes.
Oh! He just touched the grass. Sorry, Adam.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be a big one for Roberts, but he just saved it well. Normally, when you touch the grass in these Kia Optimas, they go away from you very quickly.
And round the outside goes Brother Cohen on Andrew Brown. Is that a change for position? I think it is.
Yeah, Braden Cohen. Good job there. Past his teammate Brown. Down towards the left-hander at turn 3. And is Roberts going to have a look on Blake Hood? He is. But, oh, he's going to make the move. That's a terrific pass. Beautiful from John Roberts. That's brilliant, Alex.
Just missed that a bit of a disadvantage because look who's now right behind him, Braden Cohen and Andrew Brown.
Yeah, the two GripTV drivers featuring prominently.
Whoa! Roberts off.
Lami's 2 places behind them as well, their teammate, but Lami's
Field.
wide.
Field having a run, they're going to be side by side. I know, Field just decides it's probably better.
Whoa,
than
Lami's on the grass.
All
And he's
over the
wide at the
place.
kink now. And that's serious trouble, but he's back on the track. Just about using that momentum and keeping it pointing the right way. You have Mecca Lami,
Blake could clearly got a little bit of a draft. Has a little look to the right hand side. He's going to go around the outside. And you're right, Roberts just comes over just a fraction in the braking zone there, and just win those rear quarter panels. Mine puts another fastest lap of the race in. We're watching Savidovic. He's going to have to go around the outside. We know how good he is through that corner. Oh! That was almost a good night there as well. But yeah, great driving. They avoided contact somehow.
Thompson on Lamy. Thompson's off. Thompson on the grass.
Oh, Blake Hood off as well.
And somehow Alex Thompson's managed to.
Oh, they're hitting each other.
Andrew Brown.
Off goes Brown. No. Oh no, the Draycott and Hickman. Draycott's off into the wall, and that's Plumley who's hit Draycott, and that was all because Brown just made that tiny little move back onto the racing surface.
Somehow Hickman missed that huge bridge.
Middle of the field, those two guys. So Richard Gore on pole position, Mark Johnston alongside, then Matthew Bunn and Kip Stevens on row 2, Andrew Brown and Steve Burke on row 3, Matt Walker and Scott Malcolm just behind them, and then it's Stanimir Zuzov in 9th and Robert Plumley 10th. Robert Graham is 11th alongside Alexander Smolensky. Dave Baker is 13th with Dan
On the last race, they need those pressures to build up when the track is cold. This is what happens, and yes, cost Gore big time there.
Zuzov
Gore's
into
around.
Zuzov into Gore. But this week,
he's obviously had his penalty at the first race as well, so he started back. Who's that? Just that's Andrew Brown having a look one way and the other next to Stephen Burke around the outside. Is he going to manage to do it? Burke just pushes him a little bit wide and gets the quarter panel straight into the wall. Burke will have got some serious damage on that.
seeing it, hopefully he doesn't bring it back onto the circuit for some of these other drivers, but
he's got some damage there. He needs to be very, very careful.
Oh no! It's his team manager. No, he needs to keep it off the road. He's not going to make it back to the pits.
Laser tools.
I'll just keep an eye out on the battle between Stevens and Bunn. Now Brown's getting involved. Stevens didn't see him, and he turns into Andrew Brown. But Brown carries on. Now he's got Zuzov for company. And Zuzov, oh my God!
That's what happens when you're three wide and you try and force it down the middle. Just, there's just no room there. Everybody has to wait.
Oh, Chepelevsky barely evades it. Goodness me, yeah, indeed. And, you know, the driving's usually really, really good in this series. And it's just the odd one or two incidents every single race you seem to get.
Three wide again. Oh, two GripTV cars and Dan Craft. Craft having a look up the inside. He's not giving. Lami's in the middle, I think.
Lami's has to go off. Oh!
It was actually Brown that was, sorry. They all managed to survive that one somehow. Craft up to third place. Mark Johnston now 2.4 seconds in front of...
sorry, Katz and Field. Then it's a 5-second gap actually back to Steve Richardson.
Side by side, Palmer
in the kick,
and Lamy.
Sorry, Richardson and Smith were going through the kick there, but yeah, Brown and Lamy.
Al Fowler as well, just having a little look. Maybe he wants a little piece of it. Let's jump on board with him.
Yeah, Ray Al Fowler, two-time NASCAR Peak Anti-Free Series world champion of oval racing. And he's side by side with Palmer, and they're hitting each other nearly.
Yeah, and Hickman and Gore as well were going side by side. We just caught a little glimpse of that too.
Oh,
Ray's stick with this bow.
Ray's been hung out to dry a little bit by the slipstream. Two GripTV cars very, very close to the wall, but they've got to come over to the left-hand side to take turn one. Oh, and out of control nearly was Lamy as he put just half a wheel on the grass there under braking, and that's the worst thing you can do in the Kia Optima because it just unsettles the car. And you can have big crashes. We've seen that this season. We've seen it here actually. I saw a couple of people did that at Canada Corner in season 7.
It's a great shot there of all those cars flowing through turn 3.
Johnston leading by 1.5 from Dan Craft. Craft closing in though by a second on that previous lap. Andrew Brown in third. Oh, and wide goes Palmer. Palmer on the marbles, and he's lost 2 positions. So Brown up into the podium positions ahead of Juha-Pekka Lamy. Then Ray Al Fowler. It's a completely different front 10, isn't it, Alex, to what we normally have? Johnston, Craft, Brown, Lamy, Al Fowler, Palmer, Malcolm Bunn, Matt Walker and Richard Gore. Almost unrecognisable.
Yeah, maybe the power of the dynamic track surface round the outside. What a great move that was.
That's a tremendous pass from Al Fowler. Nothing Lamy could do really. He did everything right.
Yeah, it was Brown actually that he got round the outside there.
But a great veteran like Al Fowler is, well, he's not one to be messed with.
Czepelewski getting close.
I'm just cursing myself if whatever I was saying after the last race, but there's all sorts going on now. Newman's hit Blake Hood, and Blake Hood's round, and Gore's round, and they're 4 wide going between turns 3 and 4.
And Blake Hood just got himself disqualified. Oh, there's still...
Malcolm's off, Fields off. It's all getting a bit silly now, boys. Need to get this together now. There's points for the team's championship at stake, and for the drivers' championship. Fields on the grass, that was going to end badly. Gore's off, and this is ridiculous now.
Yeah, you don't go for a move on the grass. If you're on the grass, it's not on. I've said that before.
This is I'll be honest, bringing the series into disrepute. The bad driving here by some of these guys. Sort yourselves out, boys. It's not amateur hour around here. Palmer and now Lamy and Brown, they continue this battle that they've had all through the race. You might as well watch this one. At least these two aren't knocking each other off the track. As Juha-Pekka Lamy then, is he going to make a move on his teammate, or is it a gentleman's agreement, Alex? Is he going to be on the final lap? I'm not sure it is, actually. He's trying to go on the inside.
Yeah, side by side. Some good battle between them. No team orders there, clearly.
No team orders at all. I must admit, much as the fans on YouTube are going to probably like me saying this, it's the GripTV have been a credit to themselves, a credit to the championship.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been great, actually. Get them in again. I hope they come back. Obviously, not every venue.
Time, boys.
Yeah, not every venue's got enough grid slots, but where they have, let's see them in there. They've done a great job out there today.
Yeah, hand on heart, an excellent debut from GripTV, and I'll tell you what, they've got their fans, and they have a reason for it, because very, very good driver. But Mark Johnston has not given up on this win. Ben Palmer in 4th, 5th for Juha-Pekka Lamy, ahead of his teammate Andrew Brown. Brilliant from there, Matt Bunn. And a fantastic race from Matt Bunn, I must be honest.
And Rushworth in 10th, so no changes in position there. But a good battle unfolding still between Simon Fields, Richard Gore, Craft, Blake and Janowski.
Sorry, Alex, we're going to jump in there.
Yeah, Andrew Brown, just saw him around there in the GripTV car there, so that was just coming through that corner where I mentioned about Perez having his accident. I'm not sure what number it is. There's so many on this track. But
he's only actually lost one place, I believe. So
yeah, just a little half spin it looked like, but yeah, I don't know if there was any contact or anything that caused that. Maybe we can go back and have a little look at that. It also looks like Shellback.
You've got Andrew Brown and side by side here, Laura Bond and Mike Mason. GripTV versus New Homes Digital. Up to the top of the hill into turn 1. Laura Bond sweeps around the outside. Is that her holding on to her 25th position? I think it is. Mike Mason in that final 26th reverse grid place.
25th. A move actually.
Yeah, 25th.
Possibly on Mason, but good late braking there. You've got to be brave to cut across the front of another car, Alex, in a well, 26th and 27th, isn't it?
Got Bond and Brown fighting here. Is Bond going to try down the inside into the final corner? No, she can't. So Andrew Brown's going to come across in 24th place.
Oh, around the outside.
Very close.
Actually, 23rd.
23rd
Adam,
place, yeah.
So the last...
So then is Simon Field, him starting in 6th place, I think, on the grid. That's going to be very interesting because he's got Dan Blake, Paul Smith, Andrew Brown, Laura Bond, Mike Mason in front of him. Those aren't really proven race winners in the BSRTC. So if he wins, he will take his 7th win of the season. And this is going to change the showdown completely if he gets into the top 10 because he will leap from 11th all the way up into 3rd place. Here we go, Andrew.
We're going to find out now who's going to be the king of Texas. In race 2, and Mason gets away decently, but then he gets bogged down a bit. Oh, now Brown and Smith, and we are 4 wide up towards turn number 1.
Anyone, pick a line.
Oh, and goodness me.
It's GripTV 1-2.
Through goes, I think is it Mason still in the lead, or is it Brown? I think Mason just, it's going to be close, side by side, into this S's section. Is Mason going to take it? Yes, he is. So Mike Mason, off pole position, maintains the lead. Bond well and truly over the curbs there.
Will she get a slowdown?
Bond coming onto the back straight, so I don't see any casualties on the timing screen though.
Brown trying to take the lead from Mason as Smith and Field lurking there. Paul Smith, Simon Field, and then it's Kraft in 5th, I believe, and I'm not sure where. Dan Blake's just there in 6th.
New cars off at the back. It was Scott Malcolm.
And with the spun stem car.
Paul Smith and Andrew Brown just on board at the moment. Has a little look.
Oh, sideways for Daniel. Goodness me, Daniel Kraft. Also, he was pointing completely perpendicular to the track there, Alex. You probably couldn't see it from where you were.
No, we were on board. We couldn't quite see it in the mirrors, unfortunately.
Off Luke, Daniel Kraft, and change for the lead.
And Brown on Mason. Mason runs it around the outside on the AstroTurf. Mike Mason and
Lee
Daniel
Thompson.
Kraft. Now, he's going to go down the middle.
Oh,
here we go.
Too much to watch. Here we go, 3 wide down the straight.
Lead battle.
Thompson, I was just about to say, has gained 4 places in one corner. He went from 10th to 6th. Who's going to get the lead, though? Daniel Kraft, we were saying in the build-up he needs to win a race. He's doing what he needs to.
Wow.
He has taken the lead into turn 12.
If there's a way, Alex, of trying to make sure that you... Oh, there's a spinner. That's
Field's
Newman.
around.
Newman's around.
Or not.
It might not be completely over, but as Mason's going to try that long cutback, and he might make this work, you know, if he can get it turned. No, he can't.
It is now.
He's run out of track.
And his teammates now going to be right with him. Mike Mason and Lee Thompson, who's had a stunning last few laps. A few laps ago, it looked like that he might be heading out of the showdown, but now he's firmly back in it, and he could be able to get 2 places here as we go 3 wide again down the back straight.
Right then, Lee Thompson, he just needs to finish the race. Here he is going 3 wide with both GripTV cars, and he realises there beautifully that he doesn't want to get into anything with drivers who, you know, they've only been in the series for a few weeks. They're not in contention for any of the championships.
Shellback though, trying to get in the mix.
Oh, here comes the GT Omega car. So on the outside, then, so it's Mason. On the outside has got shut. And that's on the quarter panel there, and into one of the Laser Tools cars crashing into an Apex car for the back. Thompson sideways, and then Shellback. Shellback was a bit out of shape as well. Thompson probably needs to just follow these guys up.
Right, so let's have a look at the the order then. Daniel Craft leads, Paul Smith second, Andrew Brown is in third, Ben Palmer is in fourth, Fluke is in fifth, Shellback sixth, seventh Thompson, eighth is Sebastian Joe. Then in is Jamie Rushworth, Smolenski rounding out the top 7. So Vidovic down in 12th.
Look at this battle for P3 now, Adam, as well.
Yeah.
Sorry. But there's
oh my word, yeah.
I know field is probably the more important one, but this is a great battle for the last podium position. Andrew Brown, Ben Palmer.
And he's going for it.
I think Palmer's going to attack him here into this.
And Shellback as well.
Yeah. Into
They're
this
all
arena
attacking
section.
each other. And it is Fluke into 5th down the inside of Shellback. And Shellback is going to try and get the counter-attack done. This is what we see in this second half of the lap. These corners allow for move after move to occur, and now is Shellback on the attack. Now it's going to be Fluke on the attack as we head into this right-hander.
This quadruple apex corner, and it's all fanning out a little bit here. That battle's going to carry on.
Here comes Fluke
the lead.
down the inside of Brown.
Nah, he's not going to make it through there. It's one line. It's one line pretty much all the way through this SS section. Oh, yeah, and that pretty much proves it. Shellback and Fluke. Fluke did well just to keep his foot in there, Alex, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, he's
Here
got his
comes Joe.
line compromised there. Joe coming through. Thompson not far behind him. We jump on board with Joe as he's just sticking his nose up the inside of Shellback there.
You know,
Gets
Joe's
a poor
not going to give up any positions.
No, he gets a poor run there, but he does let his teammate go through. And if he'll play to sort of 4 laps go, might just play a bit of a defensive role for Lee, just protect his rear.
This is important for Daniel Craft then. He needs to hang on to this. He goes down the inside of the GripTV car of Andrew Brown. So our Clio Cup champion, Adam, is making some moves. He's already got a bit of damage on that pinion with your car.
Yeah, not surprised to see actually some of the damage already. Race round the outside of the Craner curve, sliding it. 4-wheel drift almost through there. Down the inside into the old hairpin.
Oh.
Oof, and Andrew Brown is just able to hold on. But yeah, Ashley Sutton on it already. Julian Janowski trying to get past him as well. He's on the back of the number 13 Pete Niramedia number 3 car, heading up to the top of the hill. No way through. A very feisty driving by Ashley Sutton. But what did we expect? We've seen him do this before.
Yeah, do excuse us a little bit if we do get confused with some of the drivers. They're obviously running different paint schemes as to what they normally are, so
Pretty much single filed out now, so some good battles all going around. Andrew Brown side by side with Janowski at the moment as well, so GripTV trying to pick up a place, going to have to go around the outside if he's going to make that stick. It's not easy, but
It's
he's
gonna be
making
good
it work at the moment, and he's through. He's going to have to, again, he's going to have to try and hold it around the outside to maintain the position. Oh, it's not easy at all to do, but he's got a good run. Janowski trying to fight back. They're going to be side by side, perhaps going into the chicane, but I think Brown's going to have the advantage here as Janowski's carrying a bit more momentum. Does he try and hold it around the outside? No, he doesn't.
Joe's still right with Andreas Katz at the front, though.
Oh, contact. I just saw. Oh, it's an
Call
Apex
the
race.
first team out. Who are we expecting out? Yes, we were the GripTV car, and here comes Andrew Brown. Fortunately, my overlay shows Andrew Brown because
Oh, that's good then.
yeah, because it pulls the names in via a spreadsheet rather than via iRacing. So we saved the day.
At least we got
GripTV
one.
obviously
At least we
have
got
a
one
lot
thing done right tonight.
Yay!
Well,
Next
GripTV
up-
obviously have a lot of fans out there as well, so they're going to be happy with this.
Next up is Janowski. Pretty fair, isn't it? So here they go. Yep. So
What they could have done actually is stopping before that final sector. They could have almost just let Andrew Brown be the pace car.
well, they might do. Let's see.
Safety car.
Yeah, here we go. Yellow flags out. So
It would
they'll
be
have to-
one formation, that.
Yeah, I think they can bring it in sooner, can't they? They can tell the safety car to go in. So they will literally just do that straight away on the command.
So
Takes-
who are we picking then, Alex?
For this one, ooh, now you're asking.
I wouldn't know.
I'd have to say I think Katz and Hefford, surely they've got to be the
'Cause they're
favourite.
starting.
8th place. So that must put them in a really, really strong position, I would think.
So
Who's
just
in?
again. Sorry, go on.
Who's the Linus Bostrom's teammate? Sharon Kaiser. Oh my! I'm gonna.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I'm gonna go with those two.
Okay.
Just yeah.
Jeroen might get. He's not had a very good week. He got disqualified from Circuit of the Americas as well. for something which, to be honest, I thought was a bit dubious. I thought it was a racing incident, but there you go, the stewards decided differently. So I'll just go through the order then. GripTV in the lead at the moment behind the safety car. GT Omega Racing second. Then Peter Newman Media 2. It's Andrew Brown for GripTV. It's Janowski for GT Omega. It's Burke for Pete Newman Media, and then it's New Homes Digital 43. That's Sean Cole. Then Engine All Direct 2 with Linus Brostrom. Laser Tools 2. James Leggett. Engine All Direct 3. Andrew Whitehead. Leo Bodner 1. Andreas Katz in 8th. Then Richard Gore in 9th for Apex Racing TV. So 2. Go to the grid though. And then,
Yep. Yeah. Well, their own.
And Stem Sim, that could still affect the showdown points.
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean, it's almost done. It's pretty much over with, but no.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do here as well, because they might just manually adjust it based on where they are, because I think that'd be a bit wrong where they're on the track. We'll see.
Right then.
They might not do it.
The pace car then pulls into the pit lane here at Donington Park. Andrew Brown is going to slowly lead them through to the green, and now he's going to go. He's going to hit it now. Andrew Brown leads, under a lot of pressure from Julian Janowski. The GT Omega car flashes out to the left-hand side, and he tries to go around the outside in the first corner of Andrew Brown, and he very nearly makes it, Adam. That was very close.
Yeah, brilliant racing already, and here comes Stephen Burke down the inside through the Craner, curves round the outside. Is he going to get it done? No, he can't. Julian Janowski shoves his car down the inside there, and he's able to hold onto the place. But here comes Linus Bostrom battling away with Sean Cole, and side by side with James Leggett as we head through the left-hander.
Good work from James Leggett.
Contact ahead.
Oh no!
Oh, that's
it's Whitehead. I mean Brown. Brown is off.
It's fake Andrew Whitehead. He's off. And Janowski's got damage as well, and Sean Cole is there trying to take advantage of the inside of Cole, tries to go Linus Brostrom, and he's actually done it through Coppit. Gets the run through the second part of that right-hander, which opens out, and look at this pack fanning out, everybody's concentrating together.
Just having a very quick look to see what happened to Brown as well, because I got a slow down. And slows down right in the middle of the track.
Hit him.
Gets rogered from behind, and yeah.
Sounds painful.
That's going to be not a healthy
into the
car.
Melbourne Loop. Down
Leggett
goes